Ready, Rob Anderson, Clean Power Wash, Salisbury, Maryland. So I'm getting closer to making that jump to going full time. It's kind of crazy timing, but some things have been offered at work, basically to pay me to leave, which has kind of always been my goal and hope there, was to get to a point where I could, get some sort of a buyout, and then be able to use that as a jumping point to make that leap. I always thought that I'd need to have, less in business than I am doing right now. But it's also crazy just looking at the unknowns, the things that I got to figure out. It's one thing when, right now I basically have a take-home pay of right about $1,000 a week, weekly paychecks, healthcare benefits, 401k, all that jazz. Working in a climate-controlled environment, sitting down at a desk, and all that. Obviously I'm gonna make that leap to pressure washing full-time. Healthcare goes away, so I got to figure out and pay for that, and got to be busier. When I had originally written down numbers on what I would need to be doing in order to, to go full time with it, it was a lot less money than what we're doing right now. But the big difference is that now I've got 3 employees. And it's hard for me as an employer to look at it and see, so do I drop some of them, or do I really just have to, if I got 3 guys, let's just say they're making $600 a week, I need to make about $1,500. So these are just rough numbers. We got to be doing about $3,000 just to pay for everybody a week, more like $7,000 or $8,000 a week, which is almost $30,000 a month. And I think we'll end up doing something similar to what some of the other guys up here up north do. That come winter time, you gotta lay off basically all the staff, and they go on and collect unemployment, which is why you pay it during the year. Versus just paying it forever and it just going to somebody else. And we're able to get about 10 months a year of pretty decent work, but that's always going to be weather dependent. For me, trying to figure out what we'll do as far as, consistent money instead of having to, real bumpy country road. What we'll have to do as far as, again, consistent paycheck, being busier right now, further booked out, so that it doesn't stress me out. Financial stress is one of the most difficult ones to deal with, because it spills over into pretty much every other part of your life. For me, it's also about figuring out, we've got to make sure that we're saving or putting aside enough money. I know I made that other video not too long ago. Basically, if you can set aside another $250 a week between now and Christmas, most areas that'll carry over, at least make the time a little bit more manageable, not living on credit cards or any of that jazz. But yeah, figuring out, getting that marketing stuff lined up, forcing myself to have a to-do list, go ahead and having that written down for the night, before I go to bed the night before, and that way I know exactly what I need to be doing. Because I think it's really easy for me personally, if I don't have something that I have to do right away, it's like, it can be pushed off a little bit. So there's things I got to become more serious about. Getting all those estimates out, getting all the, all the accounting stuff taken care of, making sure that we're consistently putting out more signs that we're following up on with our previous customers. I just sent out 800 SendJims, so we'll see how that turns out. Got my signs made up from signs today, postcards from Signs Today, Tim Fields. So see how that works. Fingers crossed. I mean, it's 800 cards, like $400 or $500. It's crazy that it's just like click, 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 spend. But it is nice that it's. That was interesting. Sorry. It's nice that it's already taken care of. You know, all the tediousness of it. I just circled a spot on the map and clicked send, put that sequence in, and you know, hey, call today, meet the full rush, and gave them some coupon deals. So we shall see. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much where I'm at. I'll keep you all updated and everything, and you know, hopefully get amped up enough after the UAMCC convention to quit or to take the buyout and, you know, survive the winter and crush it. And you know, the goal next year for 2018 is going to be $500,000. It's going to take some serious work. I think with me being fully in the business, it's very much doable. Right now I got 3 guys that can definitely crank out some work. We've had a $10,000 plus week. We could do that, you know, all day, every day with 4 of us. If I need to be out in the field to get stuff caught up, or with the new rig that we're building. And then, you know, eventually all 3 of the guys that I have should be able to be lead techs and have helpers, so run those on 3 trailers instead of 2, or 3 rigs instead of 2 rigs. You know, then we can do 15 a week, 16 a week. The only way we get that done though is by getting all the marketing, getting all that sales, advertising, referrals, getting all of that systemized and an automatic, repetitive process. Because that's really and truly the only way that this works, is by continuing to have a machine that cranks these out, that brings in more opportunities, more leads, and that we can then grow from there. So hope that helps. I know a lot of you guys that are watching this too are, you know, full-time with the one job and part-time with the business, or vice versa. So it's definitely something that we all have to figure out. Certainly your expenses and my expenses are probably going to be different. Some of them will be the same. You know, we all got to eat, got to live somewhere. Probably got to have electricity and water and all that. But it is the risk and reward of being a small business owner. Being in control of your own destiny. So have a great day, guys. Thanks.